podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to be the best.
BoxingVoice.com. To be one champion, one face, one name. His name's Deontay Wilder. BoxingVoice.com.
It's the fact that I've been one that you've done for the longest time.
110%. There's no doubt in my mind that fight will happen. There's no doubt in my mind I'll beat Wilder as well.
I'm scaring heavyweights each and every time. Don't you see it? You know, I am the most feared. And if I'm not, then I want somebody to shut me up. I want somebody to prove that to me. I want to be proven wrong. But for right now, I don't feel like nobody's gonna prove me wrong. Who has the guts?
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Hopefully, I'm coming through nice and clear, and we can get this thing started. As you know, we are in another studio for today, so we're gonna be trying this and making sure everything works as it's supposed to. But we're here to discuss the June 24th Minneapolis card with Carlos Adames taking on Julian Williams, defending his WBC interim title. And on the undercard, it looks like Erickson Lubin taking on the always tough and rugged Luis Cuba Arias. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Yes, Florida Ness is in the building. Florida Ness is in the building. Man, I got up early to get this thing situated for you guys today and make sure that everything was rocking the way that it should be. And so far, I feel like it is. We still got to get Danny on Discord, or rather, Danny on Skype, rather. But we do got Discord going. Looks like everybody is there. We also have Blog Talk up and running. If you want to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. Once again, we're here discussing Carlos Adames taking on Julian Williams. This is something that our community has heard for some time. Brandon has been pushing this one for some time now, just asking, anybody that we interview, have they heard anything about this particular matchup? That being said, it's a decent one. I'm still very upset that Adames isn't facing Jamal Charlo, right? Like, I don't get it. Charlo's been out the ring 2 years. If he has any personal issues, I think that, he needs to be stripped. I'm sorry. 2 years is way too long to be waiting. There was a very good conversation had about this matter with Keith Idec and Chris Mannix, and the two of them, were discussing whether or not the sanctioning bodies are doing a disservice to the sport and to us as boxing fans, because they're not stripping the Jamal Charlos. They're not stripping the Jamal Charlos and the Earl Spencers of the world. If Earl's truly going to fight at 154, that's grounds to be stripped. There's just no reason not to defend your belt. Um, and when you look at it, he hasn't fought Stenoni as yet, who was the mandatory. He hasn't fought Boots, who's next. It's just like we're holding up the division, waiting and waiting for what exactly? What is going to come of all this waiting? What are we as fight fans going to gain? Because what did we gain from Jamal Charlo being out the ring this long, holding on to the belt? Then when he comes back in to the sport, what is he talking about? Fights at 68. The rumored fight that he's going to have is not even going to be a 160-pound fight. If anybody thinks that, you know, Jamal Charlo is going to come back to the 160-pound division after 2 years off, then, you know, you're probably pretty crazy. But it looks like Ring Walk Danny's in the building. What up, champ? Oh, you're not ready? Don't worry. I'll bring you on when you are. But
yo, you can hear me? How I sound?
You don't sound like the mic is connected, I don't think.
You said what?
I said you don't sound like your microphone is connected, I don't think.
All right, give me a sec.
I mean, we hear you for sure, but tap the mic. Tap the mic at the top. Absolutely. Do it again? Nah. Just click it in your Skype settings. But yeah, man, if anybody thinks Jamal Charlo is somehow gonna come back to 160 after 2 years off and defend his belt, first fight, you're wrong. Wake up, smell the coffee. It's not happening. That being said, why is he given a voluntary after 2 years off? You getting a voluntary?
Test.
I hear you, but tap that again. I mean, you shaking the whole table, but whatever. I mean, in your Skype settings, let me see. So you got to go to Skype, go to the Skype settings at the top. You got a Mac. Then you want to go to audio video. Then you want to click audio video and scroll down. Right there is a drop-down menu that allows you to, you know, it says microphone. To the right of that, it got to have the name of your mic. He say probably talking to himself. Yeah, man. It just don't make sense. Same thing for Earl.
Yo.
Now you sound right.
Yo.
Yes. Yeah.
Yo.
No, we hear you. We hear you. You good. You
Yo, how's it feel to be in Florida, champ?
You don't hear me because you ain't got headphones. That's probably what it is. But yeah.
Oh, it's coming through?
I hear you good.
But I'm saying, is it like, are you coming through?
Nah, no feedback. No feedback. No feedback. No feedback.
Yo, so how's the weather out there, brother? It's a thunderstorm out here.
Nah, weather's always lovely, champ. Weather's always lovely out this way. You know how it is. You know how it is. Pimpin'. Actually, let me take you from here because we got a 2-man. Bang. What up? Y'all miss my old Florida studio. I ain't gonna front. Shit. But what up, though, man? I see you had a couple guests in studio. I got Jermaine Ortiz for you. He'll be there tomorrow at 1. And remember the girl we met at the trade show? I sent you her Instagram.
Hold on. Tomorrow at 1?
No, he's here today, but he'll be there tomorrow. But I sent you his number. I sent you his people's number so you could just call him and set it up yourself.
Beautiful.
But what's your thoughts, man? I mean, I know you know Bob Santos. His fight is back in action. Carlos Adames taking on Julian Williams. It's something that Brandon, our producer, has been, you know, kind of on top of for a while. He's been throwing the Julian Williams Adames out for a while, in my opinion. But, yeah, man, what are your thoughts on this fight? Or the possibility of it? It's actually happening June 24th.
June 24th. Yeah. Look, it's going to be interesting, right? You and I were both at that WBC convention a few months back when Mauricio was saying that Carlos is getting a shot at the champ. So now, you know, he's getting a shot at Julian. Is this for an interim? Is this final eliminator? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he still at 160 going to be defending that belt? You get what I'm saying? I think it's a good fight, man. J Rock been out the ring a while, right? When's the last time we saw J Rock in the ring?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure, man. I think he's probably had some off TV tune-ups. No.
Yeah, I think he has, but not nothing big. I'm pulling that up right now, but yeah, I definitely don't mind a fight. Carlos, I saw that he was coming back. I want to say from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, these last few days. So I think getting him back in there under the Bob Santos tutelage, it'd make an interesting fight with J Rock. I don't know how much J Rock has left, to be quite frank with you. Um, but yeah, his last fight was a victory back in November, but that's after back-to-back losses. So you talking about a J Rock who's had, w- uh, by the time this fight takes place, he'll have had one win in the last 4 years.
Mm. Yeah, man. And then you facing a puncher and a dude that's very aggressive in Adamas. Adamas lets his hands go, or at least he did for sure in that Montiel fight, which is a common opponent with Charlo.
Correct, correct. So, I don't know, man. I honestly looking at it and speaking it out loud and saying, "Wow, he'll only have one win in the last 4 years,
Mm.
two
Yeah,
wins
when
in the
you when you
last
when you put it like
six
that, bruh,
years."
I wasn't even like aware of that. So when you put it like that, yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
um,
it don't sound too good. Look, I
at
mean,
all.
I mean, we're literally talking. His last win was Jared Hurd 2019 before the last fight. So
Damn.
before that, you get what I'm saying? That was Jared Hurd. That was 2019, bro. We're talking about two wins in the last what, 4 years, 5 years?
Mm. And who
So
are
I don't
those
know,
two
man. I
wins? Who
think
are
it's
those two
interesting to
wins?
see what
Jared Hurt.
happens, what the WBC decides to do. Say it again.
Who are the two wins? Jared Hurt and who else?
Rolando Wesislako Mancia.
Which is crazy because the Jared Hurd win was the win to put him on the map. That's how he won the titles.
Yup.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I mean it absolutely was, but then obviously he loses it to Rosario in his homecoming. That was in Philly. So, but if you are tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. We did reach that goal of 165,000 subscribers. We are trying to reach that next mark of 166. So help us in doing so by smashing that thumbs up, smashing the subscribe, and hitting that notification bell, yo.
If anybody could check Blog Talk for me, that'll be great. I got a message that is not working. Let me call it myself. I don't know.
Damn, bro, you really like back in Florida like the old days.
Where it's official out here too. I missed it.
But we just want to let everybody know. I know we took yesterday off in a sense, but yo, April 21st, the night before Tank Ryan is back. TBV will be presenting a appreciation night. We will have some big names in the building. The night before Tank Ryan is going to be a big party, bottle popping, blunt blowing, um picture taking. It's gonna be a night to remember. So be on the lookout for details. April 21st, TBV presents an appreciation night right here in the Sin City, Las Vegas. Um, we're really looking forward to it. We will have obviously the drinks flowing. We will have the food going. The blunts blowing, strip views. Um, I was thinking of doing like a casino night since it is Vegas, but then again, it is Vegas. So it's like, damn, do we do a casino night? But it looks like we are joined right here by Nestor's Dominican brethren, the one, the only, Broadway Joel.
Yo.
What's
So
going
we
on,
do
everybody?
appreciate Broadway for
Ness.
joining us from his home studios. Broadway, what's up, brother?
Oh man, how's everybody doing, man? Shout out to everybody. Thanks you guys for having me. It's the voice of Dominican boxing. You already know. I've interviewed every Dominican boxer you can think of. Think of one right now. I've interviewed him. So what's going on, fellas?
What up, champ? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Glad to be back, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I wanted to get you on. Obviously, you know, being the voice of Dominican boxing and Adames getting the fight back. You being at Minneapolis last week. Now this fight ending up back over there. Just wanted to get your thoughts and you know maybe you had some inside info. Maybe you already talked to Bob Santos or to Adames, but I don't like it. You know, I like the fact that Julian Williams gets another fight, but truth be told, like this, they're not catering to the A side. Adames is the interim champion. Minneapolis, I didn't know that's the new Dykeman or Washington Heights. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Champ, yeah, please fill us in because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. People have told us that Minneapolis is being used because some people with interest own the venue. You know,
I've heard the same thing. I've heard the same thing as far as that. You know, somebody who has a relationship with the PBC owns that building, so they bring a lot of events there. I guess it helps their business. But I've been pounding the table that we can't. Well, first, first, let me. Well, you know what? Let me continue my thought. I've been pounding the table like, yo, we got to bring these Dominicans to the East Coast. I understand New York is a very expensive state, and you know, but you know, you can bring fights to Atlantic City, to Newark, to Philly, to there's a bunch of casinos in Pennsylvania, whether it be Bethlehem or Mount Airy, you know, smaller events where if you're not anticipating a big crowd, you know, there's Parks Casino also in Pennsylvania, you know, even Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. The East Coast is where where the Caribbean Latinos are. So when they threw Subrio Matias fighting an Argentinian, Subrio Matias being Puerto Rican, fighting an Argentinian, and then on the undercard, you got a Dominican fighting another Puerto Rican, and you throw it in Minnesota, it's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't like it. I've expressed my my unhappiness, my displeasure to multiple people about this. Uh, Obviously, and as far as the fight, I don't like it at all. Like, yo, first of all, the WBC already, you know, dicking around fucking diamonds with that interim belt. They should have stripped that guy. They should have not stripped him. They should have made Charlo champion of recess, elevated diamonds. Now he has leverage.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure Carlos asked for that to not be the case. We were there. I'm pretty sure he asked to fight the champion. If I remember,
that when was that? When was that?
November.
That was a minute ago, bro. Yo,
no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that's what took place at the WBC convention.
No, yeah. I agree with you. Like that is what took place, but I agree with Joel. That was a minute ago. Like they said they needed to investigate to find out what's going on with Charlo. Back in October was the convention, was in November.
November, but no, right before Joel hopped on, I said it, bro. I'm like, yo, J-Rock's had one fucking win in like 4 years. Yeah, like, man. Since the pandemic, you know, he's beat one guy that I've never heard of, truth be told, and that was in his last performance. You get what I'm saying? He won the title. His last win before that was his title win. Then it was the Rosario loss, the Mad Max Hernandez loss, and then he beat this gentleman last year that, you know, sells tires or some shit at Firestone. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of the guy.
And I'll be honest.
Bro, Adames is deserving, bro. Adames is deserving.
Yeah, he earned
it. It's unfair at this point.
No, not only does he deserve it, yo, he moved up in weight for Deverenchenko. He was the underdog in that fight. Got the upset, then moves on and fights the same guy that Charlo went the distance with and destroyed him in 3 rounds. He's deserved it. He's earned it. And I don't like the J-Rock fight. Yo, J-Rock might really get hurt. And I'm not just saying that to be funny, and I'm being serious. So this guy, he has leaky defense. Some people describe him as chinny, and you put him against a puncher who seems to be on the uptick since he's been with Bob in that camp.
That's for sure.
I don't like it at all, man. I don't like it at all. I really don't want to see J-Rock get hurt. That's not why I watch the sport. And this is a bad matchup, to be honest with you.
I like the undercard a lot better. I think that's more competitive than the main event.
Lubin and Arias?
Yeah.
I saw Lubin and Adames going back and forth on Twitter like about a month ago. I don't quote me on the date.
Yeah. I seen that too, where he was like, "Oh, I'm coming for you," but look, he's fighting at 160. I'm 154.
Yeah, 154. So it looks like it was just talk.
Yeah.
From both guys.
Word.
Yeah.
Nothing came of it, bro. But how was your experience in Minneapolis?
I mean, it was cold, man. It was really cold, but I purposely walked everywhere. I was like, you know what? I complained so much about them throwing Dominicans in Minnesota. I'm gonna experience the cold. So I walked to the weigh-in. I walked to the fight, and I walked back.
I mean, come on, bro. When you walk, is it more than a mile?
Nah, it was a 10-minute walk. So 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. Well, from the Armory, I wasn't that far. From
that
the
ain't
Armory,
bad.
like,
10-minute walk ain't bad.
Yeah, but when it's 9 degrees, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, it was that cold.
Yeah, and then the wind was just blowing and stuff like that, so it was cold. It was
that wind coming off the lake, bro. That shit be smacking you.
It was cold. It was cold,
bro.
But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just thug it out.
Yo, so I wanted to start with something else. Obviously, the show topic is a show topic, but I wanted this to be as positive as possible. So I figured we start with the negative first, and then we just continue with the positivity.
Yeah.
Yo, your Dominican brethren, George Arias, man. They put him up. He's on the cross. They got like the nails in his hands.
Yo, Danny's setting you up, FYI. Just know Jared is his best friend, so this is all part of his.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, I feel like he knows there's a relationship there. He knows he's in tough. I just wanted his thoughts. I don't know. He's in New York. That's how you know George. I don't know how much he does know George. People have been attacking me, professional fighters, in my DMs because I said he's getting knocked out, and it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just my thoughts, but I wanted your thoughts, bro, because he is in tough April the 8th.
Well, I think Jared Anderson is properly rated as the favorite in this fight. I don't think that's an unreasonable take, and anybody hitting you up saying that it's unreasonable you picking Jared Anderson isn't paying close enough attention. But I will say I don't think this is going to be Jared Anderson's second round knockout party, how he's been having. I think his last 3 fights all ended in second round knockouts. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But point is, he's going to go rounds. He's going to go rounds. Does he get the knockout? I mean, I don't know. Arias does move around a lot, and he does keep his distance. He is somewhat defensively responsible. I don't look at him as irresponsibly defensive, and he gets hit with shots unnecessarily. But I'm really high on Jared Anderson. I gave him Prospect of the Year. I guess it'll be 2 years ago, 2021. I gave him Prospect of the Year. I like Jared Anderson. He's a very talented fighter.
Yo, so it's been the last 5 that he's gone. That they've been second round knockout.
Yeah, and he's going more rounds.
I felt that the last fight, I'm like, yo, Jerry Forrest, for sure, he's gonna get more rounds. And that wasn't the case. But I honestly, truth be told, I only know a little bit of George. That's why I asked you. Ness knows him, from being out there. So just wanted your thoughts on that fight.
Yeah. Like I said, I know you guys do a lot of the betting on the show. I don't know what's the over under in rounds, but it's definitely going over 2. His last 5 fights been only 2 rounds. This one is going more rounds. And this is a 10 rounder, right?
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh, so maybe even goes the distance. We'll see. I don't know, but I know Anderson is gonna go rounds, at least definitely more than 5.
Okay. Yo, it's funny you said go the distance, because that crossed my mind. It did cross my mind. I mean, I wasn't expecting Aries to do what he did to Cassius Chaney. I thought Chaney was big. I thought he had a lot of experience. And maybe he doesn't have that in the ring, but he was trained by Calvin Ford. And then he was trained by Herman Caicedo and got, sparring for almost 2 years with Luis Ortiz and Carlos Negron and whatever other heavyweights they would invite down to Miami to train Luis. And then from there, he switched to Stephen Edwards. Not to mention, he lived in Connecticut, so he was always training out there. So I wasn't expecting Aries to do what he did to Chaney. And his style definitely caused them problems. It's not your typical style, you know what I mean? So I do feel that maybe Jarrett goes past the normal 2 because his last 5 have only gone 2 rounds.
Yeah. And I was at the Vladimir Teshkin fight. He fought in the Loma undercard, and I was at that Jerry Forrest fight. So listen, you if you guys are expecting me to slander Anderson, you got the wrong guy. I'm a big fan.
No. I ain't expect nothing like that at all, bro. You just simply know your Dominican boxing.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying I'm a big fan of Anderson. I like him, but I just know he's gonna go rounds this fight. And decision, whether it goes to decision, I'm not 100% sure, but it wouldn't it's not something that I would be like, oh my god. I would be like, oh, hey man, like Arias, he's short for the division, but he's crafty, he's awkward, and he does move around a lot. And I feel like at times unnecessarily, but sometimes that unnecessarily is he's so far from his opponent that his opponents are not able to land punches on him. And I do think that Anderson gives opportunities to get hit. I'm not saying he's super defensively irresponsible, but we saw that Jerry Forrest fight. He came out hot, and he took a couple shots. And we'll see how he handles those shots.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know why people do that. That's like when Floyd fought Mosley. It's like, oh, he got hit, bro. He got hit 1 time. And in the Anderson fucking Forrest fight, he got hit maybe 3 times.
No, but my point is that was like his step-up fight. And then, he fought like lower level competition before that. Once he took a little step up, he started taking punches. So that's what I'm saying. Somewhat of a step up.
But don't you think that phrase is giving off the wrong impression? Like you're like, oh, once he stepped up, he started taking punches. He got hit 3 times. Like you can't count more than 3 of them left hands that Jerry threw that were haymakers. They were Hail Marys.
That's a good point.
Aside, I think that's a side of the point more so than.
Yo, can you move the mic more to your face like they tell you in the studio? Because it sounds, what I mean, like bring it to you.
My bad.
Turn it to you.
I was saying, I think that if you go back and watch that fight, he got hit, but he was getting hit when he was in a southpaw stance. Once he switched back orthodox, it was over.
That's true. He did come out southpaw for that Vladimir Teshkin fight as well. So we'll see if that's something he does in
No, it's definitely something he does. I've seen him spar southpaw, I believe, with our boy, right?
Yeah, he sparred our boy southpaw. And it's something that he does in the gym, bro. One thing people got to realize, unlike most heavyweights, bro, he wasn't a football player that ain't make it or a basketball player that ain't make it. You get what I'm saying?
Damn, why you shooting shots at Gerald Washington and Cassius Chaney? They was football players.
No, I'm just saying because
players.
Some people like, oh, he's switching southpaw as a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He already getting flooded. Nah, he doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah, he definitely practicing that shit in the gym. But yo, have you talked to Santos?
I haven't spoke to him in a while. I haven't spoke to him until like 2-3 weeks after the Tank Garcia fight. I haven't spoken to him.
I spoke to him the other day, but not about this. I heard his heavyweights was getting in there with Jarrett, so I called to confirm.
Who Perro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro, why was I on here calling Perro?
I mean, there's only one R, so it's Perro, not Perro.
No, I mean, listen, you the voice of Dominican boxing, bro. I'm helping
you out. There you go.
I'm just
Dominican
Joe.
I know y'all ain't talk about this. Yo, that thing with Mini Pac-Man, how he got stuck in Thailand and all that shit, man. That was some
you was
wild
telling
shit.
me about it. Did he get out?
Yeah, he finally got out for after being he was in
Yeah,
Thailand for like
I was
6
talking to
months.
Bob about that over the weekend. I got to see Bob over the weekend, and we were talking about it. You know, that was unfortunate. Obviously, you know, I only saw it on Instagram, but yo, that was unfortunate, yo. Could you give us more details on what exactly happened? Because he was going out there for a title defense, correct?
Yes. So he was training in Las Vegas in preparation for this fight against Knockout CP Freshmart. So he flew to Thailand about 2 weeks before the fight, 3 weeks before the fight, just to get acclimated.
So my man's named after a supermarket.
Yeah. So he was out there. He had his work visa and everything, but in Thailand, your passport has to be updated up to 6 months after you land. So if you land in February, it can't expire any earlier than June. So his passport expired in 2 months. So they took away his passport, had him in a detention center for like 2-3 days.
Wow, wait, he had to sleep there.
Yeah.
So they treated him like he was locked up. That's crazy.
Yes. But he did have access to his phone and Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So at least that.
Yeah, but he's still in a detention center. Like
no, I know.
Crazy.
I just wanted to give clarification as to what was happening. So for whatever reason, they wouldn't return the passport. After like 2-3 days, they released him. They were like, all right, you can go to your hotel, but don't leave the hotel since you don't have any kind of identification. So he was stuck in an Airbnb for like 2-3 more days. And then finally they ended up returning his passport. So he took that trip to Thailand for no reason, basically. He went out there. It was a 21-hour journey to get there. He went out there, was stuck in a detention center for 2-3 days, then stuck inside an Airbnb for 2-3 days, just to fly all the way back, probably another 21 hours to Las Vegas. And then from Las Vegas, after a couple days in Las Vegas, he flew to the Dominican Republic. So the WBA has announced that they're going to do another purse bid in regards to see what happens as far as them fighting each other. But Mini Pac-Man has already said that he's not going to be flying back to Thailand no matter what happens to the purse bid.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
That sucks, man. Is there any way that his promoter, Sean Boxing, could put it on in another location? Because obviously it sounds like they were the B-side if they had to fly over there.
Well, the reason the fight had to be in Thailand was because the Thai promoter won the purse bid. So originally they were trying to get that fight. I don't know if you guys know, they were trying to get that fight on the Tank Hector Garcia undercard. So they were trying to get that fight on then, but Knockout CP Freshmont had visa issues. Ironically, he was the one who had visa issues getting into America. So since the negotiations as far as where the fight's going to take place and when the fight was going to take place had expired, it got to the purse bid. And that's when it got to the point where they won the purse bid. So Mini Pac-Man had to fly over to Thailand. So that's where all that happens. But there will be another purse bid, and hopefully Schwan Boxing bids a little bit more than the Thai promoter, and the fight could be held either in America or in the Dominican Republic.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, so can you give us any information? Obviously it's been kind of announced. Rolly Puello, do you have any idea on location? We heard May 13th, I believe.
Yeah, I heard. I think it was May 14th, but somewhere around there. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever that weekend was. Yep.
Yeah. I haven't heard as far as specific location. To me, what makes sense is Las Vegas. Rolly's from Las Vegas. They both train out of Las Vegas. That's what makes sense to me. I see that they have it's 2 other 140-pound fights on the undercard. So maybe, I don't know where they take that fight, but just out of an educated guess, I would say Las Vegas. Which I don't like that Puello got that opportunity, man. That shit is that's what's wrong with boxing.
What you mean? That Puello got what opportunity?
No, that Rolly got that opportunity.
I mean, why wouldn't you like that for Puello? As the voice of Dominican boxing, why wouldn't you want Puello to get a super popular name coming off a knockout loss, coming off a knockout gym, like sparring session? Like, yo, it's a
he's
fucking.
Not gonna get credit, no matter how he look. He could not.
Brother, that's an alley oop. That's an alley oop. That's an alley oop. I ain't gonna front. Like, if he shit the bed, that's his problem. Like, you
like,
might not be lying. You might be right, and no one gives him credit. But guess what they gonna do? They gonna criticize him even more if he don't get him out of there. If he do struggle.
So he's in a lose-lose situation. You describing a lose-lose situation? But go ahead. Bro.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think it's lose-lose, bro. Broly's too popular for that.
I think he's in a situation where it's like you are correct. He may not get the credit, bro, but probably the biggest purse he was gonna get for his first title defense.
I just think like I don't even have a problem. Y'all probably think I'm looking at it from Puello's perspective. I'm looking at it from a boxing perspective. So Rolly robs Jackson Mariñez, my Dominican brother, by the way. Robs clearly Jackson Mariñez beat him. Then he goes, has a filthy, dirty, drag-out fight where he probably should have got disqualified how dirty he fought in that fight against Yigit. Then gets knocked out by Tank, and then he gets a title shot in his first fight at 140 when his guys at 140 that have been putting in that work.
It's all relative, though. Like, if you see his former opponent went in there with Comey, right? Mariñez?
Yeah.
And he got knocked out.
But so no, but one, he fought a different fight. And two, you're making my point. Somebody who got knocked out by Comey schooled Rolly.
Brother, but that's
boxing.
Unfortunately, that's the boxing game, bro.
That's boxing.
Elvis Rodriguez took one loss to my boy. My boy ain't get signed. Elvis got dropped, right?
And re-signed.
To another major.
Yeah. I just don't like how coming off a knockout loss in a division below in your first fight, you get a title shot. It's just wrong.
Bro, but that's a lot. Yo, I just don't get you. Like, you shouldn't be saying that as the voice of Dominican boxing. You should be happy for your guy that he's getting the biggest payday of his career. He's getting a very popular name. It's a dude that was on pay-per-view with Tank. Like, I don't even get what you mad at. Honestly.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, to the naked eye, that's I think Rolly is an easier fight than the dude he fought for the title.
No, I actually
bro, and let's be real. Let's be real. If he would have went the hardcore boxing fan, he don't win. He don't beat Josh. He ain't gonna beat Sombrero Matias, and he ain't beating Regis. In all those fights, he's the underdog. If he beats them, it's considered an upset. But like, they giving him a check before they take his belt versus one of them dudes.
Let me ask you: Do you think this lands on pay-per-view? Some people seem to think that the fight lands on pay-per-view.
It's got a 13th date. It got a May 13th date. How they gonna do a pay-per-view the week after Canelo?
Yeah,
they don't have the Canelo. I was just asking Joel. I figured it would know.
I doubt it.
I'm not asking for it, by the way. I'm not saying it should be. I just wanted.
I know. I hope not. Like, why would they? Like, that would be a crazy thing to do. I mean, like, just forget the fact that Canelo probably going on pay-per-view the week before, and it's just like, that's not a pay-per-view fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rolly's not as popular as people make it out to be.
You tripping. You tripping. If that was the
pay-per-view star,
listen.
How many Instagram followers?
Listen, if that was the case, Espinoza chose to tell us that that's Tank's second highest pay-per-view behind Rolly, right? That's what he said. Behind Rolly.
No, behind Leo was one, and then Rolly.
All right, so all I'm saying is he one of them motherfucking. His pay-per-view with Tank was one of the biggest. So you gotta respect that.
He got 257,000 followers on Instagram.
Okay, so what you saying?
I'm saying he's not moving the needle like that.
So you saying you only move the needle if you got followers?
No, I'm just saying that's a good barometer to see how popular you are.
It's one of the tools, but it's not end all be all.
No, it's not. It's not. But I'm saying.
But let's play this game.
He's only been in main event once, or right?
Let's play this game though. If not Rolly, then who on the PBC side?
Let me put up box right. I mean, Gary Antoine Russell turned that fight down, so
he ain't a draw.
No, I'm saying no. Again, you guys are looking at it from a business perspective. I'm looking at it from like, damn, yo, dude's been putting in work in the division, and then this dude just comes out of nowhere and gets a title shot. That's the way. If anything, I mean, like I feel like Akmadov deserves a rematch over. Like I'm talking about deserving. I'm not talking about money wise and stuff like that.
So I got the rankings pulled up, and Gary Russell would have been another name, but he's not more popular than Rolly.
No, and he turned the fight down. So like,
Basurro is with Matchroom. Last I heard, Akhmadov, he's the dude that arguably beat Barrios, but again, he's not more popular.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. From a popularity standpoint, I guess that's what makes most sense for Puello. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
especially
nobody there.
They may be grooming Puello for a future Tank opponent. I think
and one thing you got to think about too, bro, is like he ain't looked the greatest. You just said that, my man's arguably deserves a rematch. So it's like, giving him a soft touch ain't the worst thing.
And guess what?
I don't like that narrative that he didn't look the best. Like it didn't look that good. He fought a tough guy, and it was a close 50-50 fight that could have gone either way, and it went his way. I don't like the idea.
But that's what I'm saying. You just said it could.
But you just said it. You just said it in your title shot. It was 50-50. Could have went either way. That don't mean definitive. That don't mean that you for sure won.
No, but what I'm saying is when you face in top level competition, that's how fights are gonna end up.
I mean, not all of them. Yeah, Canelo Lara. I don't know. Name another tight fight, but like not all of them.
I'm just saying. Usually, when you face the best, you're gonna get a competitive fight.
So speaking of this fight, where do you guys think they put it? Because they don't have a venue yet. Or a location.
I think Vegas, the Cosmopolitan is a nice small arena. Or
I don't see PBC using that a lot, right? I feel like that's a top rank event.
No, they just used it in December for the Frank Martin.
Oh, that's right, the Martin fight.
And then that's also where the same building that Hector Garcia upset Chris Colbert in.
Shout out to Hector.
Let me take this call. This is David in New York City. What up?
What up, fellas? What's going on? Nice. Welcome back to Florida, man.
Welcome back, champ. Thank you.
No doubt, bro. I was thinking, right, with the rumors of Showtime eventually, pretty soon, possibly leaving boxing, that leaves a great opportunity for HBO to get back into the mix. Because remember, HBO, they left boxing after around the time Mayweather went to Showtime, and then they had
bro, why are you fantasizing?
That's what you talking about, bro. They left boxing like 10 years after Mayweather went to Showtime. What the fuck?
But I don't even get, like, why you think they coming back, though? But bro, why you think they coming back? I get you putting it into the universe, but, like, what is making you think this way?
Because they're gonna have, first of all, they're gonna have a whole roster, right? They're gonna have the whole PBC to go after, and then you got other promotional companies like Lou DiBella. Those guys don't have a network neither. If HBO could snatch up that whole PBC roster, including Mayweather Promotions, try to snatch up Lou DiBella, Regis's guy, he don't got a network neither. Richard Schaefer. If HBO could snatch all that up, man.
But champ, this is just you, like, hoping, right? Like there's no reports.
Bro, HBO then cut out the DC content. You think they gonna bring boxing back?
Nah, they got DC content there. But you
He
right
answered
though.
it. He
You
said
right.
that
They didn't
he
do another series. You right. Oh, another season of that shit.
Yeah, I don't think Showtime is getting out of boxing, but let's just say they
No,
are.
no. He talking about HBO. He want
No,
HBO to
he
come
said
back.
it. He said he started with Showtime getting out of boxing so HBO can come back in.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
tripping. He
So-
tripping.
I
Espinoza
don't-
got a fucking raise.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But let's just go with that argument that they are gonna go out. I think the player that'll step in is Amazon Prime. They already have a relationship with boxing in the sense that in Japan they show the Inoue fights.
They're
and
not
stuff
gonna
like that.
step in though, Joel, like that.
No.
What they doing?
I'm saying
they-
if there were to be another entity,
No,
to
but look
enter,
though,
it
they're
would be
they're
them.
already
They
in
are-
boxing, bro. That you could get internationally. The Zone is offered
as a
through
channel.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
No, I'm
as
saying they'll
as
be
your
the
as
primary-
your as your Amazon Prime subscription, it was the article, but it's not in our territory yet. It's like they're gonna start with like Australia and one other country first. But I'm just telling you that to tell you that because of that, I don't think they'll get into boxing as a network. Would they get into boxing as a secondary streaming service, as a host for the Zone or something like that? Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be like Amazon Prime boxing. That ain't. I don't see that.
You don't see them throwing events every other Saturday.
Nah, because anybody that's making movies, right, like Amazon, Apple, if you don't see even Apple, they went from cell phones and laptops to making Apple original movies, like original movies with A-listers. They got Aquaman, did a whole fucking series on Apple. You know, not as Aquaman, but Jason Momoa, you know, I say Aquaman for those that don't know what actor I'm talking about. The point is that once you in the movies, the money for movies is way more than this small-time boxing shit. This is small-time. And then you got to deal with crooked-ass crooks, managers, you know, saying, yeah, my fighter a fight, but then telling they fighter a different price. Like executives don't want to deal with the slums and the fucking these weirdos we got to deal with, bro. It's our fault. Our sport is filled with weirdos. They not.
No, but they barely.
No, but they not.
Involved, bro.
No, they not
That's
involved.
The thing. They're barely involved. Like,
No, Danny,
look at the UFC and what the UFC gets out of ESPN, and then look
They're
at boxing,
not
bro.
involved. You're
UFC
phrasing that wrong.
is getting their shit on ABC. They're getting big fucking cars. They're getting real fucking promotion. Top Rank ain't getting that.
ESPN is not in boxing. You're phrasing that wrong. They got a CEO. Bob runs the boxing over there. Just like UFC runs the MMA.
Why Amazon wouldn't do that?
Wouldn't do what? What Bob is doing?
Wouldn't just be like, yo, let's just say Showtime's out of business.
But you just said it. You just said it. Bob's a promoter for 80-something years. Amazon's not. So, like, that's why they won't just say, hey, I'm going to do what he's doing.
No, I'm saying if there were the argument with the caller said was Showtime will go out of business. That's the hypothetical. All right, they go out of business. PBC needs a place to show their fighters. Yo, PBC makes a deal with Amazon. You run the boxing content. That's what I'm saying.
If we all gonna dream, this has been my dream for a minute. I want PBC, Lou DiBella, Dimitri Salita, Box Lab, all of them, any fucking promoter that's out there. You on the Zone. Everybody's on the Zone. Everybody's forced to work with each other. These are the dates. Make the fights. If you want to fight, these are the dates. Make the fight.
The app will be like $3,000 a month.
Now, I mean, based off the Zone and the way they've been going up, you're probably right. But technically speaking, they not supposed to charge us more because if they get the rights to basketball, they not about to start charging people an extra $1,000. But that's what they do to boxing fans. They abuse us. They know it's like, oh, we got something they don't normally get. Let's charge them 3 times the amount.
Joel, are you paying for the Zone once the price goes up?
I mean, the thing is, I'm a content creator, so yeah, I am. And I don't do the streaming thing, so
Yeah, but champ, so just because you a content creator, they go $100
I mean,
a
I
month.
also could afford it. So you know what I'm saying?
No, that's the thing. So can we, but it's still fucking bullshit, bro. Let me
Yo,
tell you something.
I don't even know how. I don't even know how you saying it so nonchalantly. So now I want you to answer in that same tone. What other app do you have that annually it costs you $250? Not even HBO that we talking about. HBO is like creme de la creme. Name a bigger. Who been around? Who got more subscribers than HBO?
So
like
wait, y'all canceling y'all?
The Zone bumped they fucking head. They bumped they fucking head.
I'm with you. It's bullshit.
There's nobody that even charges. Like, name an app that comes to $200 a month. Which app?
Bro,
Which
look,
fucking app? You know what app
Joel.
maybe? And I don't even have it, but you know what app maybe? And it is not a streaming service, but it's an app, technically. Adobe motherfucking Premiere. Maybe that charges you that much. And I don't even think that.
And that make you know what I'm saying? The shit you could do with that. Bro, look, let me tell you. I pay $32 a month, Joel. I get Hulu, Disney, ESPN, Showtime, and motherfucking Stars, bro, for $32 fucking a month. I got the Hulu bundle, and then I added on Showtime and Stars. So you mean to tell me I take Stars out, which is the only one that don't have boxing for me. I take Stars out. I'm paying less than and getting 10 times more boxing content? Yeah, fuck out of here.
So you canceling your subscription?
Absolutely. Unless Ness give me his login again, I ain't going.
My man is right, though, in the chat. Who just said that? Somebody said YouTube Prime or Red is $200 plus a month, and he ain't lying. I didn't even know that.
A year.
I didn't even know. That's what I've been paying, though. And it's worth it, though. I ain't gonna front.
I was gonna say. That's worth it.
I don't fuck with the ads. I don't fuck with the ads on YouTube.
The thing is, I'm not always at home when the fights are going on, and so sometimes I need to watch it on my phone. So sometimes I need to watch it on my phone. I need a reliable stream. So that's why. All right, if I'm somewhere and I'm moving around, if I got the app,
bro, I hear you. It's just,
listen, I mean, I could cancel.
I want what they smoking, because they ain't smoking Hardin. I want what they smoking.
Yeah, nah, it's a little crazy.
Good fucking shit. You get the NFL, you get the NBA International, but fuck us. Nah, fuck you.
Now, and you know, I should cancel it. They don't got no Dominicans on the zone. I should cancel that shit.
Nah, you can't create no content without that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, by the way, a quick Dominican update. Rohan Polanco signed with Top Rank. Rohan Polanco is Dominican. He was a silver medalist in the Pan American Games. I know Top Rank don't really fuck with Dominicans like that, but they got one. He's fighting April 1st. He gonna be making his debut against a guy named Ricardo Quiros or something like that. So
I seen your schedule update. It was dope.
Yeah, because a lot of people ask me, yo, when the Dominicans are fighting, when is this guy coming back? I'm like, you know what? Not only am I gonna put the obvious guys like Adames and Puello on the schedule, but I'm also gonna put the little guys like Raul Garcia is making his U.S. debut on a ShowBox April 7th, so I put him on. April 8th, Luis Reynaldo Nunez, who is one of the hottest Dominicans. Like, the dudes coming up, if you asking me, yo, who's somebody I don't know that you want me to put an eye on? Luis Reynaldo Nunez, put an eye on that.
What weight?
126.
Okay.
He's currently ranked number 5 in the WBA. He out of his last 4 opponents, 3 have been undefeated. And he's about to fight another undefeated guy coming up right now. This dude is nice. He's trained by Andre Rozier. He's out here in Brooklyn. This dude is really, really good. He spars Hitchens and Chris Colbert and Shushu Carrington. These are the guys he's getting in the ring with on a consistent basis, holding his own. Very, very talented fighter. And again, the resume speaks for itself. 3 out of his last 4 opponents have all been undefeated. And now in April, he's fighting another undefeated fighter. So that's somebody I definitely want to give love to. I want you guys to check him out. circle him, circle that name, and remember me once you see him put that performance in on April 8th. He's fighting on that Fundora undercard.
I'm gonna check it out. Check it out.
Man.
Yo, Fundora is fighting Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
What you think about that? That's a tough fight, yo. People sleeping on that one.
Yeah, no, Mendoza's training with Salas. Salas a good trainer, so I definitely don't want to sleep on that. He's coming off that big win off my Dominican brother.
Yo,
Jason
but your boy Jason is such a fucking. He's like a fucking pancake, my man. Flip flop. So you don't even know if Mendoza's win is legit, cause he be bullshitting.
When I spoke to him, I don't know what he's supposed to say, but when I spoke to him about this training camp, he seemed very, very confident.
Who?
Jason, going into that fight.
Into what fight? The Mendoza fight?
Mendoza. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know he ain't gonna tell you, no, go. I got injured. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't gonna tell you that shit.
Jason, listen, if there's one thing I know about Jason is he's honest, bro. He'll tell you when he's fucking up and he'll tell you when he's doing good.
All right, so next time you interview him, ask him, is it true that he got caught with Snicker wrappers under his fucking mattress?
Not only that, on my interview, I asked him, I was like, yo, there's rumors you was out in the clubs fucking bitches and eating and doing it. He was like, yeah, that's all true. I was out in the clubs. I was out drinking. I was out eating whatever I wanted between camps. He told me he came into the training camp for Charlo at 197. He told me he came into the training camp for Lubin at 203.
Discipline.
He told me everything.
No discipline.
If you want, I'll send you the interview.
This is why I don't be rocking with Dominicans. No discipline. And then I met you, and you tried to act like I should be changing my ways. And then Michelle Rivera pops positive for cheating to lose weight on short notice, and he want to tell us it's his trainer. So you do an interview telling the world, bro, I took this fight and I had just came off of that fight, so I really only had 6 to 7 weeks to get ready, but I took it. Then you pop positive and you say, oh, I paid them $10,000 to help me make weight. This is their fault. After the loss, you say you got high and someone sent you chocolate. Bruh, Dominicans,
wait.
I
Hold
swear.
on. That last part, let me clarify.
No, I want you to clarify it all. You like the Dominican lawyer today for these motherfuckers, because this is exactly why I disown they ass. Like, you got one nigga over here eating chocolate in camp. You got this other motherfucker now getting delivered chocolate and eating it after the fight, popping positive for weed and diuretics.
No,
because he told us. He told us it was weed. He told us it was weed. So
okay,
what you gonna
said, let me clarify that last part.
What you gonna say? It's not in his system?
You not let me clarify that last part. With the weed situation, that was after the fight. So he never tested positive for weed.
An athlete should not be smoking marijuana.
He was not.
I mean, it depends what athlete. It depends. It don't matter how you consume it.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission don't test for weed anyway, so.
He ain't from Nevada. He from Florida.
But the fight was in Nevada, so they follow Nevada laws.
Well, first of all, as far as the whole drug situation, I haven't interviewed him. So any conversation me and him have had will remain in private up until he gives me an interview, and I'll speak on whatever he tells me. But as far as with the weed situation, that was after the fight, not before. So like, I want to clarify.
Wait. So you telling me after he popped positive, you haven't spoken to him?
I said I have spoken to him, but I won't speak on private conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. But you ain't get a quote from him that, like, he ain't put nothing out to the media about popping positive, other than I paid.
He went on Twitter, and he said that, imagine how it feels to pay $10,000 to people and they drug you with dangerous drugs or something like that. That's something along the lines where he said that's not an exact quote. So I'll go by what he said there. And and this is another.
So that's what I'm
misconception.
saying, though.
I'm a Dominican lawyer.
I would have called him and been like, and he's like, nah, I don't want to do no interviews because it's investigation. Cool, but let's talk about what you already put out there, because you already put that out there.
Yeah, well, I did do that, and what he told me, he goes, once this case is settled, because he's appealing, he goes, I'll gladly go on your channel and we'll discuss it.
All right, cool. Move on to the next Dominican, because that's two already that let us down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, all you know what I'm saying? And don't forget, Carlos Adames is a redemption story. He also let us down. Like, let's not forget that shit. Let's not forget that shit.
You can't lose not one. Not one. You gotta stay undefeated. You gotta be Floyd Mayweather.
No. But let's be real. But let's be real. First of all, he lost at 54, and now he at 60. So, you know, obviously it was weight. He had to stay in shape. He had to be in the gym like Crawford, year round. You know what I'm saying? Like Porter, year round. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd, year round. So not only that, tell me you didn't have that motherfucker the favorite versus Teixeira. Don't tell me he ain't shit the bed. He shit the bed.
He did shit the bed.
Nobody thought that motherfucker was about to lose to Mr. Brasileiro.
Those first 6 rounds. Yo, he was beating him up.
And remember I said it today. And that's the problem. He is explosive in the beginning, but he fades. Let's hope Bob has fixed that. He fades, bro. Don't act like he don't fade. Look at the sparring with him and Crawford. The shit go way back.
What? He was putting in work in that sparring.
And he faded.
No, he didn't.
Come on, man. All right.
That was an evenly matched sparring match.
All right.
All through.
How the hell is
they
gonna be
their moment?
How the hell is gonna be evenly matched when one dude started at 35, the other dude started at 54? Imagine what them dudes was when they sparred at Gleason's. Imagine.
Yeah, when they sparred at Gleason's, Carlos Adames was fighting at 47, and Terrence Crawford was fighting at 40. So
47. Don't nobody remember Carlos Adames fighting at 47.
Oh, well, just because you don't remember it don't mean it didn't happen. So, you know, your Google.
Who did he fight? I bet you my man never made weight at 47.
I'm talking about when that sparring match happened, he was at 147.
I bet you he never made 47. I'm fucking Googling that shit right now. My man never, I bet you he never legit made 47. Look at that. Motherfucker made 47 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in his career.
Okay, and do you know when that sparring match happened?
I want to say, let me see how good this memory is. 2015?
I don't know how old he was, but I know he was. I don't know what year it was, but I know.
I
was.
Man, I thought you was asking me like you knew.
Well, he was 18 years old when that happened.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I gotta believe you. You the voice of Dominican Bio. You probably interviewed him on this shit already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like you know, we gotta add context. It was an evenly matched sparring match.
So even worse. You know the 18-year-old, 19. What you say? He was 19. You know his young ass got tired. Stop lying.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Bruh, anybody that watched that shit could see that when he started trying to shine, Crawford turned that shit around and started going in on his ass. He started holding and all that shit.
I ain't see that. I don't know, man. Your Dominican hate was blocking your eyes, brother. Mm-hmm. Your Dominican hate.
But I was just reminding you about him being a redemption story. So on to the next one. Javier Fortuna.
He retired. He ain't
retired yet.
You brought up Jason Rosario, who's retired. Fortuna, who's retired.
Oh, Fortuna retired?
No, I don't know if he retired. But
exactly.
But come on, you bringing up dudes from the previous past.
Okay. Edwin De Los Santos. We just had to beat the dude that beat him. Everybody acting like he ain't a redemption story because he beat Rayo. He's this big dog out here calling out Shakur. Go fight the dude we interviewed that already beat you. Why he don't call him out? Why he ain't doing no Twitter stories?
He told me he's with it.
Oh, he's with it. Why he ain't never make a tweet about it the way he tweet about Shakur?
Oh, so you understand boxing business when it's oh yeah, he should fight Rolly. It's for more money.
No,
But
I understand. I understand Wilder. I understand Wilder when he say I'm going right or wrong, and he do it regardless. I understand Josh Taylor, and I back him when he vacate 3 belts to give the world the rematch. Your man's ain't looking for that rematch. Neither is the other Dominican. Let's bring his ass up too. Elvis fucking Rodriguez. I don't want to fight Kenneth Sims.
First of all,
you sounding real good now. I got him.
I've had Kenneth Sims on my channel saying he's not interested in the Elvis Rodriguez rematch, and he's been on your channel because I've seen it on your channel. Where he told you he's not interested in the Elvis Rodriguez.
He ain't supposed to be. He ain't supposed to be.
Okay, so you're saying, why he hasn't tried to get a rematch? Well, the guy, I literally had them.
Elvis is the one with a network. So you could do all the singing and dancing you want. If Elvis really wanted a fucking rematch, he could offer the free agent B-side with 2 losses. Definitely could come to PBC and give him a rematch and spank him again if that's what he wants. But PBC know they will lose their investment.
Do you think Edwin is ducking Foster, and do you think Elvis is ducking Kenneth Sims?
You said Edwin is ducking Foster?
Is he ducking? Is Edwin De Los Santos ducking William Foster III?
I mean, he ain't calling him out. He ain't calling him out.
No. Don't be slick. Answer the question.
I don't use the word duck. He ain't calling him out.
All right, so him trying to get a fight with Shakur and Pitbull is letting you know that he's scared of Foster.
Man. Styles make fights, and that ain't the style I want to fight.
Well, did you see? Again, you didn't see the fight.
What?
You didn't see that.
Yo, Shakur, and Pitbull Cruz is 2 different people.
And he's willing to go at either one.
But they still 2 different styles.
No. You said Styles make fights in terms of William Foster. And why he's not going after him? Well, he's going after better opponents in a division above.
But they're more engaging and bigger paydays. Truth be told, I mean, it's the truth.
No. I'm just saying it makes common sense. If I'm trying to get a fight with Shakur Stevenson or Pitbull Cruz, and you like, yo, you got instead of those fights that are bigger money fights.
Again, I never said he was ducking, Joel. I never said he was ducking. I'm just saying he do not talk about Foster, and he is a redemption story. Like, you like to prop up these Dominicans like they killing shit. And truth be told, they rebuilding. They rebuilding, and that's okay. But we gotta be honest. They rebuilding. They got rematches that they not looking for. I don't hear Carlos Adames calling out Teixeira either.
Yeah, well, again, first of all, you haven't seen an Edwin De Los Santos interview, so for you to say that he's not...
I mean, I follow him on Twitter, and I follow you. What more you want? That ain't enough?
You didn't watch my interview. I'm going to send you a link where he's talking about. I'm going to send you that link. Don't worry about it. You want it right now?
Yo, Joel, you know who David Falcatone is, the Spanish reporter? The Mexican reporter, he worked for ESPN. David Falcatone, he got like that.
Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible.
What about him?
Okay, so if you're familiar with Chava, ESPN,
yeah, I'm familiar with Chava.
So they do the show together. So he's like the biggest Canelo hater, right? So somebody just look this guy up. Somebody just said David is Ness is a David Falcatone of Dominican boxers, because this dude, he just looks for reasons to bash on Canelo and Mexican boxers. Canelo specifically.
I'm not. But that's not true for me.
That is what it is.
That's not true for me. I just don't like that everybody is like, yo, let's Edwin De Los Santos versus Isaac. Edwin versus Shakur. Yeah, that's a good fight. Yo, Edwin versus all these big names. When you got a dude that you know you could get it back in with. It's just that simple. Like right now, my man's fighting Julian Williams. What he should be doing? Fighting Teixeira. Get that rematch in.
How many losses does Teixeira? Teixeira has like 5 losses since then. It makes no sense.
Chisora had how many? And Fury fought him twice. 3 times. But
and it got
twice after the first.
and it got heavily criticized.
Okay, but that's on us to criticize, not on the fighter to avenge his loss. You trying to make that okay, not to avenge a loss. Like Floyd literally had rematches when you thought the fight was close. Like we getting so far away from real boxing, it's insane. But whatever, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I highly doubt either Kenneth Sims, Carlos Adames, Edwin De Los Santos, and Elvis Rodriguez will be unwilling to step back in the ring with those guys. And I have video footage. Well, again, the Carlos Adames one.
Oh, you can't say that. The way you saying that is someone just jumped on listening. Kenneth Sims is unwilling. No.
No. Not like he's ducking. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, he's on the bigger and better things. But if PBC, if PBC, who got the fucking network, calls Kenneth Sims and says we gonna put you on such and such undercard versus Rodriguez, he gonna say yeah. Because he don't got a network, he don't got a promoter, he out there waiting for a fight. Don't tell me he ain't gonna say no, because Danny will text his ass right now. He ain't got no date. He ain't got no. How you gonna turn down a fight? How you gonna turn down a TV fight?
I like Kenneth Sims. I've had him on my channel before. I've interviewed him. I think he's a very talented fighter, and I think he's underrated in the 140 division. If I could only go by what each party has said, I literally had them both on my channel at the same time. Elvis said, yo, I want a rematch, blah, blah, blah. And Kenneth Sims was like, maybe down the line, it just doesn't make sense right now, and so on and so forth. So that's how it's gone from my end that I've seen. That's all I could go by.
Again, but you know boxing, not just Dominican boxing. One man who won doesn't have a network. He don't even got a promoter, and if he do, it's still GH3, which is Vito Minilecki, the father, not the son. So, again, if PBC says, yo, we got the fucking Rodriguez fight, you going to tell me Kenneth is going to say no? He got to have something equally as good on the other side.
Okay.
Come on, bro. He don't got no fight day right now. Oh, my God. That's crazy. I can't believe it.
I know who he's fighting next. I ain't going to, I'll text you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. If you have a fight.
He got a fight coming up. I'll text you who it is afterwards. But I'm not allowed to talk about it.
But even if you don't have to tell me, because is it on a network or major network?
Yes. Showtime.
So then he's the B-side.
Want me to text you right now?
Go ahead. Fuck.
But don't say it, because I'm not allowed to.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, Danny. What the fuck? Danny, how your boy ain't tell you this who he fighting? Nah, I'm faking it. I ain't even get the text yet.
No, Joel had just picked up his phone, bro.
Danny face was like, what? Florida Nets, baby. Off that hard D.
That's just between us two, though. I just texted you.
I think I heard this before.
Yeah,
but this week, I ain't even going front.
Though. You see what I'm saying, though, right? Well, that dude is ranked in he's ranked highly.
I'm shocked about that name.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So he is getting a TV date, and you know what I'm saying. So,
I still think he B-side though. I still think he B-side. I still think he B-side. No disrespect to you, Kenny. I know him and his girl gonna hear this and say I'm hating, and that's not what this is. This is just telling Joel the truth, right? Like the dude that he texts me, he been on that side of the street, getting TV time on that side of the street, right? Or wrong? Because if I Google,
yeah, but he's not. They honestly, in terms of like moving the needle, they're about the same.
No, but it ain't about who. I'm saying only one dude got a date. I mean, got a deal. That's what I'm saying. Like this dude. Look, I'm pulling up his resume. Look, come on, bro. This is all TV. Look, Hard Rock, State Farm, Staples.
Chill. You gonna process elimination. Chill, beloved.
Bruh, you wilding right now. MGM.
Whatever. It's fine. It's
wilding.
You cannot look me. Oh, well, look. Puerto Rico Cuba,
Puerto Rico.
you know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico got 2 champions. We got 2 champions. Cuba got 0
Oh, he
champions.
went back to that.
Panama-
He went back to the defending the DR.
No. My point is, you trying to say, yo, DR is the same as it was fucking 10 years ago.
Nah. Hell no.
So what I'm saying is...
Hey, Joel, we've definitely made an impression. We definitely made an impression.
How do you feel about Puerto Rican?
I just feel bad. I feel bad. You know, like look, Jason became unified, so he made Dominican history. But then there's that asterisk next to him, right? And what's even sadder is it's all the same. Like his story is no different than Guzman's story.
Listen. I know you don't watch no other professional sport, but I'm a Jets fan, bro. You always gotta have hope, man.
Nah, I hear you.
Have hope,
I do,
especially when you look how these guys fight, and it's totally different than how they looked before. And again, I don't know what's your like. Yo, we got the same amount of champions as Puerto Rico's. I don't know what's your stance on Puerto Ricans. What's your stance on Cubans?
They fell off,
Cubans
bro.
got 0.
Puerto Rico fell off. I mean, think about it, bro. Like, who's there to take the reins of Cotto? We still waiting. Like, we thought that was Berlanga and people pushing back. He needs that Jacobs fight. You know what I'm saying? People dumping all the investment in the Xander, and they overlooking Matias because he don't fit the bill. He don't look like Cotto. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like Xander. You know?
Nah, but he looked like Trinidad.
Man, knock it the fuck off. Trinidad.
No, I don't mean physically. I mean like I don't know if you meant color. Was that what you got?
I definitely meant color because none of them fight like Sabril Matisse.
Trinidad is black. Trinidad is black.
Not as black as Matisse, not as black as Sabril. And Sabril got gold hair. He was a gangbanger. It's a whole different story. You know, Cotto and Tito, they Puerto Rican, like, you know, they royalty, like they good boys. They like, yo, this is, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you know how it is. My man is from the Caserillo, papi. You know that shit. Sabril Matisse was a real one.
Honestly, I think he's been promoted badly. Like they got him fighting in Minnesota.
I mean, he don't help himself. My man was training in Mexico.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, what athletes, you know, what boxers train in Mexico? And show me the coverage of it.
So you gotta train where there's coverage?
If you just told us, I don't think he's being promoted. Danny, stop moving shit on your desk. We hearing every single thing. You just said they don't promote him properly, but he gotta help himself. Ain't that what people been blaming Crawford for years until now? So Sabril training in Mexico where there's zero coverage and the shit that's coming out looks as bad as it does or did. I'm sure you've seen it. Yeah, no, it don't help. It don't help.
All right. I mean, he's training out there for the altitude as well as, you know,
I mean,
he has a good relationship.
There's good altitude in Vegas. There's good altitude in Vegas and Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Again, helping yourself. If you want to stay in Mexico, invite Dominican Joel.
Yo, with that style, bro. That style. You telling me he can't get fans? Just the style. Forget where he's from.
But bro, I'll answer your question with a question. How popular? And again, stop taking offense, fighters. But how popular is Regis?
All right. Well, he's made some really bad business decisions.
I mean, not as of late. And he got in the World Boxing Series of whatever and became a champion and had a big fight and then a unification, then went across the country. You can't say that he didn't grow his brand. And he still had the same fighting style which you speak of, and it didn't help. So it don't matter sometimes. Like look at Crawford, my man. Like Crawford's style is amazing, and that ain't help. That ain't help. Like you gotta talk. You gotta talk.
Matias's Puerto Rican factor is good enough where he can sell out that Hulu theater. He could sell out Radio City Music Hall.
Do you agree that there was a difference?
He could sell a good amount of tickets at the Barclays, especially now that he got
as a headliner.
Well, the Barclays Center may be a little bit tough, but the other two, yes.
Man, first of all, he with PBC, they ain't getting into Hulu. And that means they got to scale the Barclays Center back, and he going to look bad if they got to put black curtains up. Secondly, again, my other comparison to you is, do you not see that there was a difference between Tito Trinidad and Miguel Cotto? Huge difference. I don't even need you to answer. Huge difference. Yeah, more people love Tito than they did Cotto. Why do you think that is? Don't need you to answer again. One man talked. One man talked. The other one didn't want to fucking talk, and he finally learned English when it didn't fucking matter no more. Okay? And
that's
Tito...
He knew English for a long period of time.
Well, he chose to bring it out when it didn't matter no more. And Tito got knocked down more than Cotto and still was loved more than Cotto.
Tito was also a better fighter, so there's also that.
I mean, that's a different debate. That's a different debate.
In an era where boxing was more popular than it is currently, there's a lot of variables. So, he was better and more exciting, I wouldn't say. Well, I mean, they were both pretty exciting. Let me not say that. But, yeah, he was better. That's pretty much the way to answer. That's when people tell me, oh, Dominicans don't sell. I'm like, yo, when has the Dominican had a fighter that we should support that sells? You know what I'm saying? That's always my argument.
I don't think there's a Dominican that's given us 3 solid fights or even 2 title defenses after being a champ. Like, they can't hang. They can't do it. The money gets to them. They go back to Puerto Plata, Punta Cana, Boca Chica. They want to chill, bro. Is there a champion? I ain't going to put Joanne. He might have done it because, he was our best. They got to give us a statue of Joanne, but even in Joanne, can you answer that for us, or you need to do some history?
No, I can. There was a guy named Leo Cruz, who I believe he had 3 title defenses, which was our most.
My man had to dig. I never heard of Leo. What generation is that?
He's from I want to say the 70s.
Oh, my God.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong on a date, but it was a minute ago.
I'm going to ask my father, too. Of all days, my father is here, and I'm going to ask my father, like, Dad, like, what's up, bro? Like, and he always told me, bro. You know what he told me?
We got
Que somos aguajeros. He said, the Dominicans, somos aguajeros, and that's our downfall. And you know what? When I was young, I was, too. I was a show-off, too. I wanted to show off, and that's the problem with the Dominican. He get that belt, he get that money, and now it's all about showing off, and they forget the fucking train. They forget the fucking train, man. I'm telling you.
History's not gonna remember this favorably, Nesta.
I hope they change it.
Mexican guy name? What's that Mexican guy name?
David Faltalzon.
I hope they change it, bro.
Nestor Faltanzon.
I hope they change it, but bro, we going through that shit with prospects too. I ain't gonna put it out there because that's my mans in them, but I'm sure you know. Come on, man, it's the same game. Like
I already know who you're talking about.
Don't say nothing else then.
I'm not. But my man is nice. My man is nice, and my man work ethic is crazy.
Well, we can't be talking about the same person. There's no way.
We're not talking about the same person.
There's no way. There's no way. But yeah, man. Huh?
Go ahead, bro. No, you texting me the name?
I'm about to, yes.
Yeah. Nah, man, if it's the same guy I'm thinking about, I every time I see him on IG, he put
Danny, what did they tell us? What do they tell us about IG? What do they say about IG, bro? IG, I don't even know what's the real phrase. I'm going to have to make one up as we go, but IG.
Well, I spoke to his manager not long ago, and he told me.
Yeah, Danny, you good. IG is like, IG ain't the truth. You don't post on IG when you crying.
His manager told me that.
Come on, I don't know what you talking about. Who, Adame's manager?
No. The guy you just texted me.
Who? George Aries' manager?
I mean, I guess I gotta call him up again.
Whatever happened to that Dominican Diaz, Felix Diaz? That's another one.
Yeah,
another one. Yo,
honestly,
I
was never high on
the hardcores was so high on him, and then he did his thing with Peterson. So people was like, "Ooh, look, he got robbed. He did his thing."
He did get robbed.
Bruh. Crawford retired him, right? Crawford retired that dude. I don't think he ever fought after Crawford fight, right? I hope Top Rank paid his ass for real, man, because my man, le dieron hasta besito that night. That shit was crazy, bro. Crawford put a whole can of whoop ass.
What's your opinion on Adames in terms of the landscape at 160? Do you think he can hang with? I mean, it's a weak division. Do you think? Let me
see. I mean, perfect world, he would get Triple G, but yeah, currently, I still want my Jamal Charlo fight, but I know he's not fighting him. And I don't think he's coming back down. Like, you're not about to have a catchweight fight now and then come back down. And if you about to have a 160-pound fight, then why you not fighting your mandatory, who's also the interim? It's like, have that same energy, because when Canelo don't fight the winner of Benavidez Plant, and if it's Benavidez, y'all going to be mad. Like, oh, he's the interim, he's the mandatory. Oh. No, I'm fighting Bivol. Have the same energy that you having with Jamal Charlo, not fighting fucking Adames. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. But hypothetically, assuming that Charlo's moving up or out and Adames is full WBC, yes, the winner, he could fight the winner, Laura Gennady. If Gennady vacates, then the first thing he should do is fight Laura, because I think Gennady's gonna vacate and maybe fight Berlanga. No belt, big money fight, New York City, two dudes. I mean, imagine that fight in the Garden. They don't need a belt. They don't need a belt. Berlanga, fucking Gennady, no belt. Madison Square Garden, fucking Puerto Rican Day Parade, vamonos. Top Rank and Teofimo and Taylor, they got to pack that shit up. I know you mad at me, Evan, but y'all better put that shit on hold. If Gennady and Berlanga announce, Tio and Taylor should change date. They should push off. I'm telling you. Or go earlier.
What I will say, changing topics a little bit. What I will say about Top Rank, right now they putting on a lot of mismatch shows. I honestly have not been happy with the content they've been providing on ESPN. But I will say this about Top Rank. In 2 to 3 years, they are going to be the #1 boxing promoter in all of boxing.
I mean, they got the future. They developing.
They got all these guys.
They developing.
Not only do they have the future, they keep these guys so much in your face.
Yep.
Yo, I've seen every single fight of Abdullah Mason.
Yep.
I've seen every single fight
of Keyshawn.
Keyshawn and all these guys.
Shakur, everybody. Jared.
These guys grow, having tough fight at 3-0, at 8-0, at whatever. Oh shit, that time he got dropped. And by the time they're fighting for championships and they're unified and undisputed, I'm gonna be so familiar with them, and other people are gonna be so familiar with them that they're gonna be stars.
But that's called development, bro. Listen, the beauty is, I remember a time when we didn't get to see that. And the development happened off TV, not even on a stream. It's just like these kids are fighting in club shows, getting these development fights, getting to 15-0, and then HBO says okay. Then ESPN Friday Night Fight says okay, or Showbox, or After Dark back then, or Azteca TV and Telemundo and things like that were putting on. But it was harder. Now we're getting to see the development, like. Even though Raymond Ford is not that same situation because he's on an app, but if you had the zone, you got to see the development of Raymond Ford and Pacheco and a few other people. So I get what you're saying, and I love it as a boxing fan, bro. I want to see your 3-0 fight. I want to see you get clipped. I want to see you you got clipped? Oh, shit, I want to see that. I'm a better now, too. I want to see it all. Like, I got to see Danny Garcia versus Ashley Theophane. A lot of people didn't see that. That's mad years ago. He fighting on ESPN, I think it was, Friday Night Fights. That was a close fight for Danny. That was a close fight.
I remember seeing Danny fight Nate Campbell.
Oh, that was an undercard of like a Floyd card. Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, it was like deep in the undercard, and I remember. And
opener type shit.
Yeah, he struggled in that fight.
Bro, Nate was like a fucking 3-time champion. You're gonna struggle. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not.
No, I get you. I'm agreeing with you that like that's what I'm saying. By not having the ability to see those fights, we losing out. Now that we getting it, Top Rank is investing not only in their fighter, but we're investing in their fighter because we're seeing him. Like I was excited for Jeremiah Nakatilia and Keyshawn. Then they switched to Go. It's like, okay, I know to Go. Now they switched to Yigit. Okay, I know Yigit. Like, I like that. I prefer that than them pull a name out the hat, you know what I'm saying, from Venezuela somewhere that I never heard of, you know what I mean?
No, and the thing is with Top Rank, everybody got their favorite prospect. You have a boxing conversation. Some people like Tiger Johnson more. Some people like Keyshawn more. Some people like Xander Zayas more. My favorite is Raymond Murataya out of that whole Top Rank.
Really?
Yo, that dude is nasty.
Did they announce his fight? I know who he's fighting. I think I know.
I know who he's fighting too, but I don't know if it was announced. I know, but to me,
it's a huge step up, right?
He was supposed to step up. He was actually supposed to fight Nakatilia, but then that fight fell through.
No, this one is a step up. I'm telling you.
Nah, I wasn't giving.
People been telling me that he's the goods for so long. Like I went to Jeff Mayweather's gym, and a trainer was there with his son, and then he's like, "Yo," but I didn't take him serious because he was biased, bro. You know.
Yeah, I'm listening.
He was biased because he's like, nah, that's my family or whatever. But he's like, yo, he's the future. He's gonna be Shakur and all these dudes. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, first of all, he's with Robert Garcia. Like, if he was the goods, why they ain't cut the leash off him yet? I don't even see him ranked. Is he not ranked? What weight is this month? Is he 26 or 30 or 35?
No, he's 35. He's not ranked.
He's not even ranked. This is what I'm saying. Yo, y'all tripping with this dude. He been getting hella clout. And I met him. I love him. He got another brother too, right? Another Morataya. This like
yeah. But he's not as good. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not as good as Raymond. To me, listen, out of all the guys that
they say he's good. They say he's good.
If you telling me, yo, Broadway, you can only pick one. Give me Raymond Murataya. I got him over Keyshawn, over Tiger.
What?
Over all them guys. I got him over all of them. All of them. Every single one of them. Give me him.
Over. When you say over, you saying
yes, I'm saying that. Yes.
You saying like they gon' like they gonna lose to him?
Yes. Trust me, man.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to trust you, but according to the Vegas, according to
he's not Dominican. Ness, he's not Dominican. You can root for him.
No, but according to the Top Rank way of things, he's not Keyshawn or Shakur, bro. Like he's had 4 rounders. Actually, look at that. He's had more than the average. The average is 4 of each. And by skipping, you're beyond average. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-rounders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-rounders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 8-rounders. They developing him slower than they did a Shakur. They're doing, obviously, your boy who you just mentioned, Keyshawn, is leaps and bounds ahead of this guy. He's fighting Yigit. Before that, he was going to fight Ndongo. Not Ndongo, to go.
Everybody's development is different. And he was going to fight Nakatilia.
Jeremiah?
Yeah. He was
No,
supposed to
I
fight
think
him in
no. That's the fight that I heard.
Yeah, but then he got pulled out, and I text you his next opponent. I haven't gotten clearance to talk about it, but I text you his name.
I never even heard of that dude.
Me neither. I'll be honest with you, I never.
This
heard
what
of
I'm
him, but
telling you, bro. It's like he not getting names to show us what people in his family think he is. But I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he's not being allowed to show us, or they don't believe in him to show us yet.
Out of the top ranked prospects, who you highest on?
I mean, Keyshawn ain't a prospect, bro. He fighting fucking Anthony Yiggett. You know what I'm saying? So
It would have been Keyshawn if he was of the crop that you could pick of.
I mean, there's so many. Honestly, I can't even pick one. Like prospect, Jared is not a prospect anymore because he fought Jerry. So Keyshawn is not a prospect anymore because he fought Burgos. So you talking Tiger Johnson? What's my man Delonte? What? The that's also with Tiger Johnson's trainer.
Is it Fox?
Nah. Benjamin, I think. Delonte Benjamin. You got, I mean, if we talking just top rank, right? Like
Abdullah Mason.
Bro, you got Mason. I love Mason.
Shushu Carrington.
Shushu Carrington. Cashflow Diaz. I mean, yo, there's so... Nah, bro. Yo, that kid is 19 doing that. Look at all the undefeated names they put him in there with.
Yo, I've seen him fight live like 4 or 5 times. He's never really impressed me.
That's okay. Look at his resume. His resume don't look like Murataya's. Look at all the undefeated names they put him in with.
I'll take your word for it, but he has never really impressed me like that. He's never really made me like, oh shit.
I bet you $5 that motherfucker gonna make somebody work their ass off. And if you got that, you know, that Dominican mentality, you gonna fold under his pressure. Bet that. I'm telling you, bro.
I like the little jab you got.
I mean, because we know the Dominicans, you know, they either fade or they ain't really training, so we gotta, you know, say them. Us. Fucking hell. It's crazy because I guess because baseball, you don't gotta like do sprints and shit, right?
But besides Adames, who really be fading like that?
What you mean?
Right now.
Javier always faded. Joan always faded. Rosario always faded. Like, why you want to only talk about 1 and 2 dudes? Like,
no. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna be a hypocrite. I do call that the Dominican curse. The Dominican curse is we start off good, but then we start faded in the end. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened also to Edwin in his fight against Foster. He was beating the shit out of Foster those first 2-3 rounds, and then he just got tired. That's pretty much what happened.
Let's see with Arias, bro. Like I told dudes when I put him on, like, yo, this is who he's fighting. I'm not backing this dude. Look, he's training in trainers, bro. Any dude that's training and you hitting the bag and fucking like Nike fucking or whatever though, like wear your boxing shoes at so you can pivot and practice what you're supposed to do in the ring. I don't want to see you in trainers. Nah, bro. And then, you know, he got that style. He want to be Mike. It's like your other boy wanted to be Ali. It's like, yo, be you. Be you. Yeah. You know, Sammy Sosa wanted to be white.
We spoke on that.
This shit crazy. It's like they dropping the ball out here.
Now, we spoke on that, and you know where that Ali gimmick came from. So don't try to act like you don't know what's going on.
Bruh, you keep saying that like you saving him. You not saving him. That just shows us the real people. The real people that can see that just shows us that like he wasn't even a man. Like no man can make me lose my father's name, bruh. And no man is gonna like, yo, that's why I'm my son's father, because I wasn't about to let nobody else step in. Like you telling me you could just tell someone your name is Ali and you gonna be okay. You got no love for your pops, man. I don't want to hear no gimmick shit. I'm not doing no gimmick. And look at where the gimmick got him. They sold him out. They sold him out. He wasn't the A side in that fight. They sold him out. Tell me they ain't sell him out.
Yo, bro, at the end of the day, they put you in position against a tough fighter, you got to win. That's not a sellout. If he would have won, he got paid more than Frank.
Bruh.
Wait.
Frank made his name off of him.
They each had gloves on.
Yo,
had he
Frank
won the fight,
made his name off of him. He was expecting a bigger fight. He was told a bigger fight. He got put in there with a prospect to make his name off of him. Like, I don't know what you don't see, but okay. Okay. Like, that. So before that fight, Frank wasn't a prospect. Before that fight, Frank wasn't just being pushed by his very popular promoter, Earl Spence.
What I will say is I didn't like how, and Hector's my man. Like, Hector, like, me and him, like, if you want to ask me,
which Hector?
Now, who I got the best relationship with is definitely Hector Garcia. That's my man. But I was a little upset when he got the fight and not Michelle, because I'm like, yo, Michelle been fighting all these eliminators, and all these, and
that's what I mean by selling them out.
He wants, and then they give Hector the fight. I was a bit confused by that. I was a bit confused.
Bro, it's like Lubin.
No, hold on. And Hector southpaw. It was rumors, and now it's confirmed that he was gonna fight. That was a tune-up for Ryan. Michelle's a tall, orthodox lightweight. I was confused why he didn't get the fight, and Hector did.
Bro, it's like Lubin. He went through 100 eliminators until he finally lost. They like, yo, I don't want you to fight Jamel, but I want to fight Jamel. Here's an eliminator. I beat him. Here's another one. I beat him. Well, you ain't going to beat this one. Here's another one. I beat him. And fuck it. Here's Sebastian Fundora. He finally lost. It's unfair. That's what I'm telling you. When I say they sold him out, how many eliminators Michelle had waiting for a title shot, and they going to put you in there with a prospect that needs your name?
Yeah, that was. If I'm not mistaken, that was.
Listen to me.
His third.
You know why that fight was big? Because the kid is promoted by Earl Spence. So that fight was big. Nobody didn't know Martin until it's Earl Spence. So yeah, now it's big. Now it's big. But Michelle went from A side to B side. Believe me, man.
I see your point. I just look at it as like he got paid more, and on top of that, had he won, he would have moved up along in the rankings. He would have moved up along because he was ranked number 2, and that was for whatever reason he should have been ranked number 1. He would have been able to be ranked number 1.
I mean, I think they had Ryan as number 1, right?
Yeah, at that time, Ryan was 1, Michelle was 2. Frank was ranked, and that was another final eliminator. So there would have been no excuse for him not to be ranked number 1.
Even the Hector
they put you
fight,
in position. You got to win the fights, bro. You got to win the fights. There's no excuses.
Even the Hector fight was dumb. It was like Hector should have been defending his belt. Tank should have been going for Hector's belt so that he could become a 5-time champ. You know what I'm saying? Versus defending a regular title, but they rather do it that way so that Hector could stay with his belt. Let me get to this caller here. Looks like we got Benitez Boxing in Boston. What up?
Hey, what's popping?
What's good with you?
Dominican fighters is trash, bro. I'm just kidding, man. Nah, I'm just kidding. I wanted to talk about that Felix Trinidad Cotto comparison. I briefly heard y'all talking about it. And I just wanted to tell y'all, like, the debate on who was better is up for, up for debate. But
there's no debate.
Tito was more.
But go ahead.
Well, I can give you a reason why each one was good. You know what I'm saying, or better than the other. Cotto is the first to have 3 or 4 division, right, for PR, and so that alone, that speaks for itself. But Tito's fights, there was no fighter out of Puerto Rico that made anybody like watch the fight on their feet, at the edge of their seat, and go crazy when Tito fought, other than Tito. The thing about Tito, why he's so beloved is because he was like a people person. And Cotto, I remember going to the PR parade.
What's
bro, and this
Cotto's
dude was
best
just
win?
sitting in Cotto's best win?
Martinez.
Probably Mosley.
I mean,
right?
yeah, that was. I mean, Mosley, Martinez,
Jennings. Didn't he beat Quintana?
Zab Judah.
I like Quintana. He beat Quintana too. Quintana didn't Quintana beat Williams? Come on, man.
Yeah, and then he got knocked out in the first round in the rematch.
All right, but he beat him. That's like Andy. He beat AJ. You don't take that credit away.
But Tito's fights was exciting, bro. Like Vargas fight, the De La Hoya, the
De La Hoya
William
fight was
Johnson,
boring.
the Hopkins.
The De La Hoya fight was
like
not
that.
boring. You mean the last 3 rounds because De La Hoya tried to run? What are you talking about? You can't blame that on Tito.
That wasn't an exciting fight. That was not. An exciting fight. Yeah, no.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, you saw the reaction of the people in Puerto Rico when they
was
the winner,
De La Hoya Mayweather
they don't
exciting?
Have that for Cotto.
No.
De La Hoya Mayweather wasn't exciting? Wow. No. I just watched that the other day. That was exciting for me.
That's one of my favorite fights.
That's exciting for me. I literally tweeted out the other day that I just watched that fight, bro. And no, that was good for me. That was exciting for me. I rarely go back and watch fights, bro. That shit was still good. Good enough to rewatch.
I only watched that fight live, but I remember not being excited about it at the time.
Speaking of the Mayweather, De La Hoya, you guys were talking the other day about why Floyd's father, something about him not training.
I was wrong. I was wrong. He trained Oscar. He trained Hatton, but he never trained them against. He never trained anybody against Mayweather. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did say at the end of the De La Hoya fight, because Freddie Rose trained De La Hoya, he said that if it was based on a point system or something like that, he thinks De La Hoya won.
Yeah, I mean, on what? On Mayweather De La Hoya won?
Yeah.
Nah. I watched that fight.
He said that.
Yeah,
listen,
I've
cool.
watched that fight so many times.
No, I get what Mayweather Senior said, but Mayweather Senior wasn't in the corner.
Yeah.
Remember, he was in the stands, probably mad that
He
Roger was in there.
He looked like the Predator. Yeah.
So
I'm not saying I think De La Hoya won.
I feel like De La Hoya has no case to say that he won or that he was robbed. It was his fault. He faded. Completely faded.
Yeah.
Completely faded. Like completely
That's an impressive
faded,
win
bro.
for Mayweather too, because he fought him at his comfortable weight too. Pacquiao sucked him down, so that was a good win for Mayweather too.
Mayweather outlanded his ass too.
And so that shit with Cotto, man, I went to the PR parade and Cotto was just sitting there with some shades on, like wasn't he?
Yeah, he's uninviting. He's uninviting, and it makes you feel like he's a dick and he's arrogant. While Tito is with a big smile, exactly, come mierda. While Tito's with a big smile, taking pictures, hugging people, it ain't the same, bro. You gonna be a dick, people gonna treat you like a dick.
Tito was kissing babies and shit, you know. That's why this debate as far as popularity. Like Cotto got his accomplishments, but Tito is just way more beloved, bro. Yeah, they had
and he was way
when he would
better.
come back to the island, it was crazy. It's a debate, man. I can't.
Yo, Benitez, let me get to some other people. I got.
Cotto never unified.
That's true.
Like, my man was knocking out Joppy and Vargas, and he beat Pernell Whitaker and Oscar De La Hoya. Like what are we talking about, bro? It's no
Yo, you gotta love it, bro, because I promise you, it's only the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, bro. The Mexicans, they don't even stick with their own. They don't even defend their own.
You crazy.
They be delusional. See, Broadway, you at least are realistic. You knew that George Arias was in tough. You know what I'm saying? You know when your guys might be. Yo, Mexicans not like that. They just expect you to
ride or die.
Earlier you mentioned being a Jets fan, bro. I feel for you. I'm a Bears fan.
So understand.
I understand the struggle. But I'm a realistic Bears fan. See, I'm not these cowgirl fans, right? That's what a lot of Mexican boxing fans are. They're cowgirl fans. right? What they do every year, they talk all this shit talking about their guys the best, their team's the best, and they don't do shit and they fucking suck. I'm realistic, bro. We suck. It's
I got a
alright
caller,
sometimes.
champs. I got a caller. What up? What
Come
up,
on, who we
NO?
got?
What up? What up? You can hear me?
Yeah.
My audio sound.
You straight?
All right, man. What's popping, bro? Man, look, it's hands down Trinidad, bro. Like, I don't think this is even a debate. Like, Cotto, he an honorable like runner up for Puerto Rico, bro. But Cotto never had that star power that Tito had. Tito had that left hook touch you, and you're not the same. And if you knock Tito down, you better stay on top of him because your ass in trouble when Tito get off that mat. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now the De La Hoya fight, I felt like De La Hoya won that fight, but they gave it to Tito, cool. But after that, he moved up in weight time and time again, and he fought the best. We can't really say, like Tito didn't come with no Tito Trinidad weight shit like Cotto did and all that. He came up, he fought the best at their weight, and we just saw who was the better man. So you got William Jobber, you got David Reed, you got Bernard Hopkins. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like man, Tito went through the fire, bruh. So you got to give it to him hands down. That's how I feel about that. So I don't think that's a debate, man. And like my man said earlier, Tito was a people person. Cotto, he was a diva. Nobody never felt like Tito was a diva. Cotto was a diva. You got to catch him on the right day to get an interview and all that type of shit. And that's just what he was, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's hands down. Tito.
Bro, he's still like that, man. We seen this motherfucker in Acapulco, and bro, it was like, you know, Broadway, como que le pesaba tirarse una foto, loco. Cada vez que alguien venía, he like, fake ass smile and just, yo, and so much so, much so that Danny ain't even want. I'm like, man, fuck that, Danny. Come on, we gonna get a picture with him, cause like it's like I want you to work now since you don't want to do it. It's like you know who you are, man. What you did this for, if not for the fame and the fucking money and to be legendary. Now they treating you like a legend, and you acting snobby. You snobby because you a legend,
saying, bro. He been like
and
that.
that's what the people look. But even with the media,
you know what I'm saying? That's why he never
look. Even with the media, hold on, look. Everybody be quiet. Even with the media, you doing the interview, Cotto talk like this and very quiet, and you don't really hear what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck we doing? Bro, I've interviewed Cotto. It's like, bro, I gotta be in your face because I could barely hear past 12 inches.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So that's why he never connected with the fans in that week. You know what I'm saying? And you got one dude that was great. Both of them was great, but one dude was the people's, like he was the people's champ. And Cotto, he just did it. He just did it for himself. He ain't do it for the fans. He did it for himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you get that disconnect like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yo,
that's how that. And look,
10-second warning sound ass.
I'm cutting out.
No. I tried to play the 10-second warning on you. That shit sounded ass though. What up?
All right. Look, man, I went to the DR, bro. Say, bro, it's beautiful. I mean, you know, it's third world, but it's beautiful over there, bro. It's beautiful. I'm going back.
So you're not married.
Passport, bro?
So you're not married.
Passport, bro?
Huh?
You not married?
Yeah. I'm married. But what's up? What we talking about?
No.
Passport, bro?
No, I thought you was going back to find a wife.
Hold on. You a passport, bro?
Ha! Nah, he ain't a passport, bro. He just enjoyed a beautiful country, man.
Okay, all right.
Nah, but I seen that, and I showed it to Danny, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, it's yo, I'm getting old because it's crazy. Now that's what it's called. It's like a passport, bro, for people of what? I guess you got to be non-Dominican going to the DR, or is it just like bros going to third world countries?
It's third world countries.
Okay.
It's like Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, DR. Like they going out there. Some are just going out there and smashing prostitutes, but some are really going out there like going out there for love and shit. Like they going out there finding a wife, bringing them back, trashing American women, how American women don't cook and how they don't know how to.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta love. I definitely love a traditional Caribbean upbringing. I ain't gonna.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
My woman takes care of me, and I love that she do. So I try my best to take care of her. You feel me? Like I don't mind that. She got her independence and all that, but she still don't mind. Doing them Caribbean traditional things that I love being Caribbean. So
I'm the same way. But like, if I were to go to DR and bring a wife back, I'm not gonna come back and shitting on other women. I'm gonna just be doing me. That's
but
it.
You
that's
different.
The thing that's corny about these dudes. They like, bro, you got this dime piece, right? This bad Dominican, Colombian chick, whatever country you went to, you got this dime piece with you, right? You know why she with you. We know why she with you. Okay. But we
giving her a better life. Because you giving her a better life.
Bro, let me tell you, I had an uncle.
But on top of that, you shitting on women here? Like, yo, I would just be with my baddie and
by the way, I feel you, champ, because I have an uncle who had the Homer Simpson. So he got me, and then there was like 3 cunt hairs on top of his head, and that's all he said my whole life. I'm 26 years old. My Uncle David has never had more hair than that. Let me tell you. Bro, he was a single father, and my man just couldn't find a woman, right? So he meets one online that's Colombian. 2 months later, they married. You know what I'm saying? Next thing we know, she in America. And next thing we know, we don't know where the fuck she at. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because some of them is slick. They get here, get their papers, and then they file for divorce.
My uncle was like 42, looked old. You get what I'm saying? All that. She was a dime piece, like 26, Colombian, fire. And it was like my man's was hurt when she left, and he should be, but it's like, come on, yo. You got here with the okie doke.
Yo, let me get a couple of these super chats in. Papa Chubby says 160-pound weight division is an atrocious state. Very true, very true. $5 super chat from Jonathan Lambarena. He says, Jamal is hot garbage. He should be defended against Adames or get stripped. Julian Williams doesn't deserve an interim. It's hard to debate.
Yeah, Julian Williams don't deserve that knockout he's about to get, man. He ain't do nothing to get, destroyed.
I mean, he's a very slick boxer, man. If somehow he could not get hit, he could definitely,
You consider him slick?
What? You don't?
You ain't see his last 2-3 fights?
Bro, I think it's punch resistance. You don't think so?
I mean,
at this point, I mean, look, we got his history in front of us. Like you said, we get to see their development. Like, we seen Charlo put him down with a jab. Like, we seen his demise. What it is usually getting hit. Like, he can't really take the best punch. I could be wrong. What you think, Danny? You don't want to be involved?
Nah, I think he definitely take a good punch.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Really?
Coach Rivera, $5 super chat says corruption in Puerto Rican amateurs. Because he using emojis, so I gotta decipher. Corruption in Puerto Rican amateur boxing is 1%. No, is 1,000% bigger.
I must have misheard the name when y'all said take a good punch.
I said Julian Williams. We were talking about Julian Williams.
Oh yeah. I definitely misheard the name. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
For J-Rock.
Yeah, nah.
So he says corruption in the amateur boxing is 1,000% bigger than America. So gonna be a long time before a good champ comes out of straight from the island. Hope I get proven wrong. I mean,
hold on. What about Matias? Y'all down on Matias like that? Yo, he's
strong. I'm not down on him. I'm just telling you what it is, bro. Like, you know what it is. They not backing him. Hopefully now he won the title, they gonna back him. But Has Puello gained any fans?
I see what you're saying. But I do think that Puerto Ricans support their boxers more.
I hope. Let's see.
Yo, is they gonna support Shakur?
You know what's funny? I was at his fight against Conceição. I saw some Puerto Rican flags waving in the crowd. So maybe it won't be. Well, I'm not even gonna say maybe. It's not gonna be like how when they support Cotto and Trinidad, but he definitely has some Puerto Rican followers that are following him just because he's Puerto Rican. So yeah.
Yeah, they need to give him a Puerto Rico fight, man. You gotta invest.
Yo, whoa, hold on. So before Subriel became champion, because I take notice of this. He had 6,900 followers on Instagram. Now he has 18,000. So you saying, are they supporting him now? They're supporting him literally almost 3 times more. At least more aware of him, at least. Just to say that.
No, that's good. That's good. But damn, bro, 18 ain't shit. Like, I'm pretty sure Hitchison Richards got more than that.
No, but I'm saying he was at 6,900. So now he's at 18,000.
But we back to my original point. They weren't supporting him. So now let's hope that he's a champion. They give him some love. But like, let's see where Richard is at.
He's at 18,000. No, wait. He's at 76.
78. So let's see where Montana is at. And he's
what are you trying to compare, champ?
Instagram followers. Montana's at 205. And we doing 140s. We doing 140s. Because that's where he's at. Josh, let's see where Josh at. Josh.
Yeah, but we looking up shit that we know. Like, don't none of them guys have followers?
No.
236,000 for Josh Taylor.
No, the only thing is I brought that up because you're saying like, oh, did the belt really help him that much? Well, if we're looking at the numbers, it actually did. It literally almost multiplied his followers by 3 times.
I mean, no, listen. Again, like you said, I don't lose arguments. So, yeah, look, I'm going to let you live with that. It helped. But I also am not going to let you live by ending the conversation and saying, motherfucking, Ajagba got more followers with Harper not getting in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, but did he get a 300% increase from that fight?
Ajagba, yeah. Way more than from 6 to 18? Fuck yeah.
No, but was it more than 300%? Now was it more from 6 to 18? Was it
bro,
more?
because Ajagba, I'm telling you, we're gonna hopefully someone could remember because they talked about it and everything, bro. It's probably an article. I'm telling you, my man had like 3,000 followers at the time of that fight. By the time that shit was over, he was in the 30s or something like that. And
his career's not
it
over.
was crazy.
He just became champion. His career's not over. Now when he defends or unifies or whatever, every single time out.
I'm just saying, are they gonna do the traditional Puerto Rican promotion?
I hope
What's traditional?
Anomalies.
What's traditional? Traditional is for them to fight at the Garden. In this case, because he's a PBC fighter, he would have to fight somewhere in New York City, because that's where his audience at. They would have to fight in Orlando or Kissimmee. Are they gonna do that? They would have to take him back. They even took fucking Danny Garcia back. Okay? They would have to take, what's my man named Lopez with Top Rank? They took him back to Puerto Rico 2 times. 2 times, 2 big main events. Dodge was one of the sponsors. Like, are they going to do traditional Puerto Rican promotion, or is he just a Puerto Rican champion signing PBC and he got to fucking fight in Minneapolis?
I don't know that that's traditional. I think that's ideal, but
get the fuck out of here. That ain't traditional.
No, I'm just saying, like, how many Puerto Ricans is headlining in Florida or headlining out there? You get what I'm saying? Those are the anomalies. The ones that get took back to Puerto Rico, those are the ones that were big enough, that were an attraction enough to be able to
exactly. Exactly.
I think
so they didn't even. So that's what I'm saying. Even Michael Perez, bro. Even Michael Perez eventually lost to Omar Figueroa, but they gave him Go look up his resume. Golden Boy took him to Puerto Rico. They put him on Telemundo. And he from North New Jersey, bruh. So they didn't even do that for Sabril from the beginning. Now he did win a title. So now you're telling me he's not going to get to go Puerto Rico so that Puerto Rico could come and support him for real? Like, bro, look at what so Xander, he's not fighting in Kissimmee. He ain't fighting fucking Orlando. He ain't fighting fucking New York. And he ain't win a title. That's traditional. That's how you bring up a Puerto Rican fighter. You put him in New York City. You put him in Orlando. You put him in Tampa. I don't even know what we're talking about, bro. You sound crazy right now.
I mean, we talking about you always being right, but I'm just saying, like,
well, then why you didn't just say that from the beginning?
That's not something that always happens. That only happens with the big guys.
No, Xander's not big. They're making him big.
Names though. Now he's with Bad Bunny. That's the name.
They made him big. We know Xander. You know Xander as a 16-year-old 0-0 fighter. What the fuck are you talking about? He signed a Peter Khan.
An anomaly, bro.
Oh my God! Every time I give them an answer, they say anomaly. That's how they win the argument.
How many 16-year-olds has Top Rank ever signed?
3.
Not just Puerto Rican. Not just Puerto Rican in their history.
3.
So how is it traditional, brother? If it's only happened 3 times in the longest reigning promotional company history, how is it a traditional thing?
3 times in the last 5 to 7 years. So what you saying doesn't make any sense. What I'm saying makes sense. That they see the money. They see, so they signing young kids like Gabriel Flores Jr., like Xander Zayas, and who's the other one that they just signed at 16? Don't give me that shit. And if they could get their hands in Carmel Moulton, they would have signed him at 16. And they would have signed Robert Merriweather at 16. Come on, we know they sent offers. Stop that. Stop that. They investing in the future. You trying to take that away from them by saying it's an anomaly. No, they investing in the future.
Robert got an offer.
Robert Merriweather.
His 18th birthday, so it's not the same. I ain't never know.
Why
Camille
not?
Got an offer.
No.
What you mean? Why not?
Why
not?
The
whole thing with Xander was that he was the youngest ever signed to Top Rank. He was 16 years old.
Bro, but he was never the youngest because Gabriel Flores was signed at 16 and he was the youngest. So what they gonna do? They changed it by saying, oh, he was the youngest Puerto Rican and he's the youngest Mexican, or Mexican American.
Regardless, you're talking about shit that we've only seen a handful of times. So how is it traditional,
bro? If it's not traditional, how can I call it out? How can I give you resumes? Puerto Ricans.
Because that's the ideal.
No, it's not. That's how it's done.
Like for each big fight to have a multiple city press conference.
No, that's how it's done. I'll give you another Puerto Rican then. There's a Puerto Rican by the name of Joel. Help me out with the kid that was signed to Lou DiBella. Last name Rosa. Bro, this is how you do a Puerto Rican. What is you talking about? Like, I don't get it. Last name Rosa signed to Lou DiBella. You never heard of him? Maybe with a D. I don't know. But yeah, bro. Like I don't get it. I mean, there's plenty of promoters. First of all, Golden Boy has had Cotto. Top Rank has had Cotto. They did it with him. They did it. Don King did it with Trinidad. The kid that fought Khalil Cole. He's from La Isla. I knew him. I called this fight in Atlanta. Where did Matchroom put him? New York. What did we bet on?
Look.
Decision.
I think basically what we're saying is certain people should be fighting in certain
areas. Hell yeah.
And I agree with you. And I totally agree with you, which is why I always I spoke with Steven Espinoza and I was telling him, yo, you got to bring Dominicans to New York. I don't remember his answer. Basically, he was saying that, oh, we don't do a lot of shows in New York and this and that. But I was like, well, you guys had Danny Garcia fighting on there, and you guys have all the Dominicans basically. You guys ain't put one fighter on the undercard. You guys have had Tank over there. You got Jesus Ramos and Erislandy Lara on the undercard. Like shit that doesn't make sense. Like,
bro,
it's
because
like just
they owe favors over there, bro. They not trying to think about selling tickets. They just trying to get their fighters fights, bro. The ones that they need to get fights. They not. I'm telling you,
those dudes in Minnesota.
They
dudes
tripping.
in Minnesota. Get them
Bro,
to fight.
But think about all the inaugural fights that Keith Thurman did. All the fighters that he beat, and he only got one fight in Florida.
Well, Florida, honestly, is not a good place to sell tickets. I don't know anybody who's really sold tickets like that in Florida.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard when there's only like 300,000 people in Tampa. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, like for
but,
whatever reason.
But I will say this, take that motherfucking back, right? Danny, do some Googling. What did Jake Paul just do out here? He fucking sold it out. He sold it out. He sold it out.
I'm gonna use the word you don't like. He's an anomaly.
Nah, he sold it out.
Get this dude out of here, Joel. Get this dude out of here, bro. Get this dude out of here, man. You didn't give him too much time on your platform. Get this dude out of here. He just talking. He always want to be right.
Who you talking about?
Ness.
Oh yeah, man. Get out. You know what? I'm gonna exit this dude out. No, I'm joking.
Yo, y'all tripping. So now Jake don't count. He just sold.
Yo, Joel, you know what it is, bro? Is that this is Ness's first day back in Florida, bro. So he ain't been able to smoke on the show in a minute, so he don't know how to act with himself.
Oh, so that's why we've been cooking him,
bruh. I don't even get what y'all saying. So basically, Jake, he's an anomaly. Y'all gonna say like only he can.
He is an anomaly. Shut the fuck up.
So Floyd didn't do it. Floyd didn't do it out here too, in Miami.
Right. You bringing up one of the most popular
against Logan Paul, an anomaly.
I didn't Devin do it out here on the undercard with somebody who Dev was on the undercard for Dev didn't fight in Florida.
I'm gonna help you.
You still talking boxing or you talking football? You talking about the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I'm gonna help you out, Ness.
Did he not fight in Florida? Devin.
In Florida.
Yeah, in the bubble.
All right, what you said, Broadway?
I'm gonna help you out, Ness. And Cotto actually sold good in Florida when he fought Delvin Rodriguez. So I'll give you that. But it's few and far between.
Delvin Rodriguez, that fight was in Florida?
If I'm not mistaken, it was in Orlando.
Wow, bro. I remember watching that. That was on ESPN. Friday Night Fights? No. I think HBO, maybe.
HBO.
Yeah, Delvin beat who the fuck he beat?
Pavel Wolak.
Yup, on ESPN to get that fight on HBO.
No, it was a draw on ESPN. I thought he should have got the win, but it was a close fight. It was a draw on ESPN, and then he fought on Cotto Margarito 2 undercards. So and he beat Wolak there. It was much.
Look, Keem in Florida said, "Yeah, I was in the Amway Arena. He like." Y'all act like Jake don't bring him out. Keem is actually a real boxing fan.
All right, cool, man.
Look, he even sparring and fighting. He got his own.
Just because he trained in Puerto Rico, champ. Just because he trained in Puerto Rico, don't mean he's been adopted over there. Look, brother, he's an anomaly.
Man, you about
Floyd is an anomaly.
How far
just like Xander being the youngest fighter signed, even younger than Gabe Flores, ever the top rank, is an anomaly. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard for you to say it's traditional when you're naming anomalies. All
right. Anomaly. Xander's such an anomaly. He got like 19 fights, still considered a prospect. Yo, I'm going to move on to callers, man. Showtime gang, what up? He's an anomaly and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Nas, after this call, I got to dip.
Nah, for sure. You can dip off, champ. Anytime.
I want to hear what this guy got to say.
Oh, this Big Fish. What up? Alex. Hello.
Big Fish Vega. Dime a ver, loco.
Alex, you gonna say something?
Yo, just mic check. Can you hear me?
I hear you. It's him who don't work. We hear you, fams. Alex Sensation.
Yo. Can you hear me now?
What up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, man, I was there for that Cotto Rodriguez fight. That shit was electric. It was like being in Puerto Rico. That shit, I don't know if it was sold out, but it felt like it was. And it was a great performance by Cotto beating with Dominican Rodriguez. What's up, Joel, man? It's been a minute. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, man. You know, just letting
Man,
you know.
you sound so down.
Now we got the same amount of champions. He listen. If Matias would have lost, he wouldn't have called because he knows that that we would have had more world champs. But we at the same level right now. We both tied for second.
Vega, you Puerto Rican?
Yes, sir.
I thought you was Dominican, bro.
Nah,
You always get me confused with Twin, man. You gotta stop that, all right?
Y'all gotta fight, man. That's what it is. Y'all look too much alike.
Vega, my man.
No, not you, Broadway. I'm talking about Twin and Vega.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
But yeah, man, you know, Dominicans, man, you know, shout out Joel. You really do show him a lot of support. Maybe one day Ness will be on that bandwagon, but I can see why he ain't, man. You see what happens as they get these opportunities. They just they don't show that championship grit, man, that training, you know, that focus, you know. So, yep. I mean, if you've been paying attention, seems like Puerto Rico's it's coming, man. They knocking. They about to all that, what you call it, momentum Dominicans have. Puerto Rico's taking it. Matias just became champion. You know, ain't no Dominican want to see that dude, all right? We got, you know,
they
Jonathan
won't dare.
Gonzalez.
They won't dare. Hey, Vega. They won't dare do Puello versus Subriel Matias unification. PBC gonna run away from that.
Before we let you go,
what they won't dare do is throw in Elvis against Subriel. They won't dare do that.
Man,
they don't want to do that.
You crazy.
Elvis, man. Like
Elvis don't let his hands go enough for that.
Yeah, he don't let his hands go against a counterpuncher. You coming at him, you'll fucking clip that dude.
Clip him,
man.
Make the fight. Make the fight.
Like
Tell your man to call him out. Tell your man to call him out.
He did. Again, you're not subscribed to my channel. Bro.
I'm subscribed with the bell. I'm subscribed with the bell.
I'm gonna send you that video.
I'm subscribed
all
with the
Your
bell.
questions is on my channel, bro. Broadway Joel, man, come on.
Yo, you not doing no shoulder content. You're not doing no shoulder content, bro. When things like that get made, you got to do a little short about it. That's not our fault. You got to get your shoulder content together.
The title is literally him talking about Matias.
Yeah, but do it say that he won a shot?
Yes.
Yo, Joel,
did you set the stage? Did you set the stage? You got to set the stage like somewhere in New York, Puerto Rico versus DR.
Leonard Sterling, £5 super chat that says, question of Joel, is Christina Leonardatu well known in DR or is she seen as Greek?
Joel, don't fuck with her.
Leonardatu beats me.
I don't watch women's boxing like that, but she is not known that well in DR. I got wind of her through another YouTuber. He was like, yo, this is Dominican boxing chick. I was like, all right, yeah.
So you ain't even know?
Bro, I don't watch the women's boxing.
So you ain't reach out after you found out.
Fighter y'all got.
After you
I don't watch Dominican boxing.
No.
I mean women's boxing.
No, she ain't the best Dominican. I told you, I already put you on one of the best. She out there.
Santana?
Nah, I gotta go to my.
Who she done for?
Who, Maz?
Yeah.
I can't.
For her to have a better resume than Leonardatu, I want to know.
Yo, guys, I gotta go.
All right, Joel. Nah, listen, it ain't about resume, man. You know, once upon a time, it's always about eye test.
I wasn't saying she better than your chick. I was just saying that she got a better resume.
Once upon a time, it's always about eye test. But let me go to Vega. What up? You done? What's up? You got your call? You ready? You got more for us? No Vega. All right, well, that is everybody. Ness GTO. Let me double check over here. Yes, sir. Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on
Ring Walk Danny, Instagram and
the
Twitter.
next one. Peace.
Peace.